Why does loneliness seem to be the silent epidemic plaguing our society? In an era where connectivity is at our fingertips, an unseen crisis is unfolding. Loneliness, a profound sense of disconnection from others, is silently wreaking havoc on our mental health. Despite our hyper-connected world, many are feeling more isolated than ever, highlighting a paradox that's hard to ignore. This epidemic isn't about being physically alone, it's about feeling alone, and it's become the #1 killer of mental health in the USA. Let's delve into the reasons behind this alarming trend. First, consider social media. Although it promises connectivity, it often delivers shallow interactions and unrealistic comparisons. The endless scroll of polished images and curated lifestyles can leave us feeling inadequate and disconnected. It's ironic, isn't it? In our quest for connection, we've created platforms that often amplify our sense of isolation. Now let's turn to work culture. The rise of remote work has its perks like flexibility and comfort, but it also brings a new set of challenges. Many find themselves missing the camaraderie of traditional workplaces, the casual chats by the water cooler, the shared lunches. This shift has left many in a state of solitude, trading office banter for the silence of home offices. A psychologist would tell you, these are just two of the many factors that contribute to the loneliness epidemic. Work culture and social media are just a part of the story. There's more to it. In our hypermobile society, communities are becoming fragmented. People often relocate for work or personal reasons, leaving behind a network of support and struggling to create new bonds. This lack of community is a catalyst for loneliness. Our connections are not only about shared geography, but also shared experiences, companionship, and mutual support. Now imagine growing up in an unstable family environment marked by neglect or abuse. As one psychologist specializing in childhood trauma puts it, adverse childhood experiences lay the groundwork for chronic loneliness. They disrupt the development of healthy relationships, setting a pattern that persists into adulthood. The lack of stable housing and supportive communities further exacerbates the sense of isolation. Chronic illness, addiction, and aging can also isolate individuals, trapping them in a cycle of loneliness and despair. The physical limitations and societal stigma associated with chronic illness often lead to social withdrawal and a sense of alienation. Imagine being in pain, struggling with mobility, or dealing with cognitive impairments, and not having a strong network of support to help you navigate these challenges. Addiction, too, can be a lonely road. It often starts as a way to cope with emotional pain, but can quickly turn into a self-destructive cycle that strains relationships and leads to further isolation. And then there are our seniors. As families scatter geographically and societal norms shift, many elderly individuals find themselves facing the twilight of their lives largely alone. Their loneliness isn't just heartbreaking, it has severe mental and physical health implications. These are just a few of the many factors contributing to the loneliness epidemic. So what can you do to help combat this loneliness epidemic? Reach out, connect, build bridges where there are walls, foster community support, and nurture human connection. Remember, a simple act of kindness can make a world of difference to someone who is feeling lonely.